All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 966 on this beautiful Labor Day Monday. It is happy Labor Day to all of you that labored along, and some of you who did not. You're supposed to take the day off. You're supposed to not labor. You're not supposed to do any work. That's what they tell me anyway. It was I think it was a holiday setup, so the people who work have at least one day off a year. Back before labor laws. But you know what? We still worked. That's how it is. We just work. I was working all day. Brandi was driving kids around, and then she did her Zooms earlier today. Sometimes you just got to put in that extra work. And who are we putting in that extra work? My name is Andy. I'm the guy in the back office, working in the background, making graphics, doing my thing. But you're not here for what I do. You're here for Brandi. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know on this beautiful Labor Day weekend. And I hope you all had a good one. I hope it was fun. I hope it was safe. I hope it was productive, most importantly, right? Getting that study on. And we thank all the people that decided to be on here tonight. They didn't, they didn't partake too much in the pool and the activities, I guess. And they're still okay. They're not pineapple-eyed, as they used to say. But anyways, you know what pineapple is? No. You ever heard that before? No. You never looked at like when they do cartoons and stuff, and then when they say that like they're under the influence, they have like the eyes look like they're bloodshot.
Yeah.
That look. Anyways, all right. All right, guys. Yeah, we had a lot going on, and I know you guys had a lot going on too, and we have a lot more going on in the background because we got the Kona Academy starting up tomorrow. It'll be day one tomorrow, right? I was gonna do my Annie impression, but I decided not to. I ejected. But anyways, abort. I realize I can't sing. No. We have day one starting tomorrow. We're starting the academy. It kind of started today because we do exam mastery with our academy. So we don't do just content drop. We don't just do, hey, this is all the content you need to learn, and then that's it. We show you how to apply the content on the exam mastery. So if you're a member, you get that on Mondays, Fridays. You get that here on the Studying Brew. You get this on the you get it all the way throughout. We want to show you how to make sure you guys get this. And even on Sundays on the evening espresso, we do that as well. We just did one last night where we're trying to get people to, get them rallied up for this month and getting them, situated so where they can take advantage of Kona. And speaking of last night, we had some big announcements for the membership. I'm not ready to make it all public, but I'm just saying the Studying Brew will be different as far as replays coming up in this next month. We will be having some free. You will still be able to get some free episodes, but not as many. You got to be a member to get those free episodes all the way throughout the week. We're going to be changing it up, giving more out there to the members. We are going to have some. I've been working hard, guys. Trust me. It's a lot of files to convert, but we're getting up new audios for all the SIEs 6 and 63 and 26 and 65. And those will all be making their way onto Spotify soon. So you'll be able to have audios on Spotify. So if you can't watch the videos, you can listen in your car, the same exact audio that you're supposed to listen to or watch, or the same one you're supposed to watch. You can now listen to it. And then, of course, we got a brand new thing that we're coming out with where we're going to have individual tutoring. Yeah, it's going to be like our deluxe thing where you go SIE 6, 63, 26, 65, Series 7, all wrapped up into one with one-on-one tutoring and everything. So we're going to have that available as well. So we got a lot of things coming your way down the what do they say, down the stretch as we end of 2024 and going into 2025. And we'll have more details. Stay tuned. But let's go ahead and get into it, Brandi. Let's waste no time because I don't know how sleepy some of these people are. They might have partied all day. Who knows? Or maybe they were working all day on their own stuff. It's the day off. So it's a perfect day to go mow the lawn, paint the fence, right? Isn't that what you're supposed to do on Labor Day? Go labor around your house.
Go to the mall.
Right. Go barbecue, right? Go barbecue.
Yeah.
Some places were pretty empty. I don't know if that's a telling sign, but yeah, some places were pretty empty. And I guess the mall was not.
So many teenagers.
Oh, that's where they're parked at. Do you know what it's called?
Day off.
No, free air conditioning. That's what that's called. It's called free air conditioning. I mean, I still do that, you know. I like some days you just don't want to spend the money on electricity and you just pile people in the car and you go to like, you know, the shopping mall, soak up the free AC, don't even buy anything, maybe get a drink or two, and then you just tell your kids no all the way through as you walk through.
Yeah.
Right? Window shop all along. And they're like, why are we here so long? Because it's free air conditioning. But do you know what else we got for free? We got the Studying Brew for free. We've got a lot. We had a free workshop this last Saturday. We had test taking techniques workshop. That was great. Thank you to all the people that showed up. That was a lot of fun. If you showed up and you were like, you know what, I can actually do this. I'm seeing the patterns. I'm seeing like how Brandi does this on a very elementary way. And then Brandi, of course, applied it into like these securities type exam questions. So we had some fun on Saturday. So that was great. But we have more stuff coming up this month. We're going to do another workshop this month for sure. And we don't record those, but if you are a member, guess what? Every Monday and Friday.
That is true.
Every Monday and Friday. We have those. We have a lot of technique videos that show you how to work that and how Brandi does that. So you're in luck. We have a lot of that already there built into your program, so you can take advantage of it. But we do those ones that are free for like 30 minutes on a Saturday because we really take it back to like a super easy way. And we had a lot of fun with that. So thank you to everybody. And if you're not a member yet and you want to, and you know, you're saying, you know, I can't do the academy because it's in the morning, it's like, or in the afternoon, you know, I work, I got a florist job and a butcher job, you know, shoot, I got to go juggle between the two. I don't know why I picked those up, but I have no idea. They randomly came to my head. Because I guess everybody's jobs are like the 1950s right now in my head. You're either a florist or a butcher. Yeah, I might have been watching too much MASH in the background. Anyways, I could digress. Yeah, you got stuff to do, right? So 21-day plans available for the SIE 6 and 63. Those are on your own, and I say quote unquote because they're not really on your own because you never study alone with Kona. We have the Discord, we have the Kona community. You can plug into that. You can always, you know, be on there in those study groups. I know they probably had one right before we got on today, and you can. Yeah, Eric's giving me the thumbs up. Yeah, we had people doing quizzes today, you know, and they're all leaning on each other. They're figuring this thing out. They're studying. They're saying, hey, what do you see about this? What do you do that? Hey, click on that, guys. We got all kinds of stuff. You never study alone. So even if you're on a, you know, you're a self-guided person and you're doing your own thing and you're watching those videos, guess what? You don't have to. You don't have to be alone. You can just get in there. Oh wow, someone just put iPhone past their 63 and my 26.
Wow.
Wow. All right. Well, congratulations, iPhone.
Thanks, iPhone.
Yeah. That's their name on Zoom if anybody's watching this in the replay. Past exams, not really good on updating their profile name on here, or didn't.
Doesn't matter.
Or they're in the witness protection program. Yeah. I don't care.
iPhone
all
rocks.
I care is that you passed, iPhone, and that's all that matters. Yes. You got this thing done. Yes. Congratulations on getting it done, and it doesn't matter. Oh, they did put that in there.
Okay. Yes. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Alejandra.
Yes.
Yes. I don't have my glasses on, so.
Yes.
Armeta.
Yeah.
Armeta.
Armenta.
Yeah. I want to say it right.
Yes.
Because all the time I'm Padilla. I'm like, it's very simple, people. It's Padilla like tortilla.
My favorite is the Padilla. Yeah.
Anyways. So congratulations. We got to pass. You got to send me a picture and let me know how you passed, and I'll post you up, put you in the Kona Hall of Fame, because I can't wait to say you got fully licensed. But look, you can pass just like Alejandra, aka iPhone, and you can get that self-study program. We got the academy. Join in, scan the QR code, study guides available, SIE 6, 63, even something for the 26. In the series 26, if you're going to do the Kona, it's a great time to go into that 26 because that is going to be updated soon. We are going to move away from the $25 20 series 26 as we got this thing wrapped. When we first debuted the 26, we didn't have a lot, so that's why we put it at $25, but we have enough and we're getting passers. So we are moving on up on that price. Look, folks, we got to pay the electricity around here. I ain't gonna lie. Did you hear me talking about how I got to walk the mall? I'm just saying. Did you hear me just saying?
Teenagers.
You guys are one step away from hanging out in the library all day. I'm just telling you. Anyways, study guides, SIE 66326. I think I covered that. Kona community, phone number 951-290-3077. Instagram, Telegram, join in, get connected. All right, let's get to the next ones. All right, we got that study guide available right now for 20% off. So if you haven't gotten our new study guide, which came out in this January of 2024, it's not newer than that. The exam has not changed, and you know how we do around here. We don't change up and we don't charge for new study guides every 6 months because we want to make more money. Even though that's probably a better business plan.
Yeah.
But what we do is when there's changes, we update it, and we did this year. So, and it does have all the new updates that are being tested currently. So so go ahead and grab that QR code. It is 20% off right now. You just got to put in that discount K Labor Day 20, and it'll be available all the way through until about, I think I have it till like 5 o'clock tomorrow Pacific Standard Time. So that's 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So go ahead and get that. So if you're joining in on the day one tomorrow for the Academy, you don't have your study guide, now's the perfect time. It's on a discount, and go ahead and get that. All right. Next. All right. We got the SIE Academy tomorrow. Like I said, the Series 6, we got the small group tutoring happening. The reminder already went out to your email box. Make sure to grab that. I'll send it out in the morning again. So that way you guys make sure that you have that correct Zoom code that you need to be on. Remember, this is a new month, new Zoom code. So make sure to update all that and get onto there. All right. Quick announcements real quick. We do not have the Studying Brew tomorrow night. We will not be on the Studying Brew tomorrow night. So if you're on here right now, we will not be on the Studying Brew tomorrow night. I repeat, not on the Studying Brew tomorrow night. We have football to attend, not our son, our daughter.
Yes.
Our daughter is playing flag football. She wants to get into college on flag football possibly and go play in the Olympics. I mean, I let my kids dream big. And so she wants to go do that. So we're going to go watch baby girl go play her first couple games and flag football and be the parents that we are.
Yes.
All about sports. So we will not be on tomorrow night, but we will be back on Wednesday. We'll have the Kona Academy. Like I said, scan the QR code, join up, be in the Academy. Day one starts tomorrow. We hope to see you guys there in that Academy. All right. So yeah, so no Studying Brew tomorrow night, but we will be back on Wednesday. So yes, at your regular scheduled time. Yep. And in case anybody wants to know, our son won his football game on Thursday. That was 50-0. Yep. 50-0. That was the final score. Yeah. They won. It was great.
Yeah.
All right. Keywords Monday. Let's go. All right, everybody. Well, I like to say this is how we do it with the techniques because it all starts with keywords. Look, guys, if you take these exams, you could be studying this content for, I don't know, there's a lot of people that study this stuff for a long time, way longer than I think. And there's a lot of people out there that'll give advice like go read an LEM from cover to cover. Like go read 489 pages. And then once you get to the end, go read it again and then do it again. Like there's somebody that actually says that, like read the book 3 times and then like basically rewrite the thing. Look, if you've been on here, we've had people pass this and they were like, look, I did that. I even rewrote the book and didn't pass. Like that did not work. Why? Because the stuff that you learn in these books is not worded and it doesn't look like that, and they don't ask you for direct like a question to the content like that. It has nothing to do with that. Okay. The things that you need to pay attention to is like the keywords, the KonaButterflyz study guide, the way that's laid out. That's exactly what you got to look for. That's exactly what you got to look for because these questions are going to be set up to where it confuses you. They've got smoke and mirrors. So tonight, when we play the keyword game, we want you to be able to have a system in which you break down these questions where you're focusing on the key words, phrases, or maybe even, patterns that you need to focus on that does not change when you take the real exam. Like those have to be there. Those are the things you have to look for. So that way you can make sure that you're bypassing all the tricks, all of the smoke and mirrors and those in those exam questions, and you're focused in on the keywords. And if you have English as not your first language, it is not your first language. Guess what, everybody? This will help you. So if you struggle with the English language, this will help you. Trust me, we've had people on here, and if you've been on here, you've heard some of our passers. We have people with very, I don't know what I got to do. We have people with thick accents, and you know that they this is not their first language.
Correct.
And they get this thing done. So if you ever want to know how you can get help with this, that is how we're going to do it. So tonight we're going to put answers up on the screen. We want you to put in the chat what you think are the key words. Then we're going to put the question up. Look for the key words in the question. Don't simply say the answer is A. The answer is B. We're not mastering QBank questions here. We're mastering looking for key words. So if you are not pointing out what those keywords, phrases, patterns, and all that stuff is, you are missing out on the whole drill and exercise of tonight. That's what you want to do. You want to stretch yourself, learn a new thing, learn a new way of looking at these answers and questions to help yourself break this stuff down. All right, let's go for it, Brandi. All right, D, the change in economic output. C, the change in prices. B, the change in the value of equities. A, the change in bond yields. I'm going to say the change. We don't need to say that. I think we can go a line right through the change. We all know there's a change, right? Okay, now what are we looking at? Keep it simple, guys. This is a difficult one, I think, because they're looking for, I say you got to look for things that kind of relate, right?
Well, or you can just look at what each answer's saying.
What is each one saying? Break it down.
Price.
Is the change in price? Price of what?
Equities.
Right? Bonds.
And
economic output. Economic, right?
Right.
Economic output, is that like what the output of your country puts out?
It could
like
be.
your GDP, maybe?
Ooh, did you just say GDP?
I said GDP, gross domestic product.
All right.
The consumer price index is a measure of consumer price index. So I'm guessing what people buy, right?
I mean, do you even have to go that deep?
Yeah, price and price. I mean, I just said that when I say I go through the mall and I don't buy nothing, I just take up the air conditioning, right? Prices be what they are, you know?
I mean,
I got to pause on that $60 shirt.
it's price.
You know what I mean?
Like I'm not even going that deep.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
Price
just relating it in my head.
Price in the question, price in the answer.
That's it. Look, guys, did you see how we broke it down? You guys all stalled out like deers in headlights, trying to think of all the content that would all be with, but you don't need to.
Because you probably said this. There's no way it's that easy.
It is that easy.
Why can't it be?
You should have been on Saturday.
That's right. Should have been.
D, all have preference over the issuer's common shares. C, all must have the same fixed dividend rate. B, must all be convertible shares. A, must be all callable shares. Yes, we have 3 musts. All of them have all in it.
Mm-hmm. 3 have shares. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like must is more demanding.
Right.
What do they call it? A command? Not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, D is different.
Now, I mean, one might argue that C is also different because that says shares, that says shares, that says shares, and that says no shares.
Yeah, it's a fixed dividend rate.
But I'm going to focus on the fact that A, B, remember, look at what we said right here. Not about securities vocabulary, right?
Not about securities. vocabulary. But Brandi, I want to pass securities.
Yeah.
Different categories of preferred shares offered by an issuer. Different categories of preferred shares offered by an issuer.
If you read, like, okay, I might have a focus issue because I could not connect that question
No, it's weird.
at all.
Different categories of preferred shares.
But I did look at the one answer that we all think it could be, because
this is a perfect example of a smoke and mirror, confusing, wordy question that's like, what? They just made a question more difficult than it needs to be. And that is why the book doesn't work when you try to go read it cover to cover.
Right. Oh, somebody put that. I didn't even think about that one. Preferred preference.
Boom.
That's it.
Crystal was on Saturday.
Yes, she was.
There you go.
And I think Eric put in the chat, like different categories, how could they all be the same if they're different?
That is fact.
See?
They can't all must be the same, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
D, it can be a physical place or an electronic venue. C, it includes stock exchanges. B, it is unique to the U.S. securities industry. A, it is where buyers and sellers come together for the purpose of trading assets. Ooh, we must be talking about that secondary or exchange, right? B is different.
Now, do you want to elaborate?
B is false.
Because one might say the word unique is like saying only.
Correct. So there's nothing in the entire, no one in the entire world and all of their economics or industry of any kind of like market, they don't have an exchange of any kind or some sort of place to trade.
And the other thing I'm looking at, right? Just, you know, borrowing what Andy said, we got buyers and sellers. We got includes exchanges, and it could be physical or electronic. So that's all shopping.
Exactly. All the following are true regarding the term market, except, okay, that's easy, right? Market is not unique to the U.S. securities industry, is it? No. No. That's like saying we're the only ones in the world that have a market.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so.
No. No. That's just common sense, right?
Yeah, I think so. By the way, I just want you guys to know, I almost did click A and then I realized that it said accept. I almost picked A because it was like the first thing I read and it had an and in it and it was obviously market. And then I looked closer and I realized yeah.
D, pass through of losses. C, tax efficiency. B, liquidity. A, intraday pricing. Intraday.
Intraday.
It's not outraday.
No,
Intraday.
Throughout. All right, guys, this is a vibe check one.
During the days.
This is a vibe.
What do you feel on these? Pass through of losses?
Yeah.
I don't know what I can do with that microphone. I don't know what I could do. I swear, Tony Robbins.
Why do you say Tony Robbins?
Get them arms swinging around.
Anyways, we said that snap.
I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe just to get you a headset.
Efficiency. Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Isn't efficiency good?
Tax efficiency. I wish they weren't, but yeah.
If you were able to sell something, isn't that good?
Yes.
And the flexibility of being able to do something throughout the day instead of just once a day, isn't that good?
Yes. Freedom.
Right? It's our answer.
That's a vibing.
It's a vibe. Guys, all of this is a vibe. It's a vibe.
And look at, there's people going cash. There's some people going intraday pricing. Look, I'm not trying to rain on your parade. I'm not trying to point you out, call you out. I'm just saying that if you listen to what Brandi said, that's way too contenty. There's way too, it's like
it's a vibe check.
Do you know what I want to say is when you go through these questions, it's like seasoning on your steak. If you put too much seasoning on there, you're going to ruin it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just got to have enough content and enough common sense and just kind of keep it nice and flavorful.
Yeah.
Which of these is not considered an advantage of owning an exchange traded fund?
Now let me just stop right here for a second.
Exactly. Diana, not considered an advantage, right? The whole thing, not considered an advantage. So we're looking for something that's not considered an advantage. That's not an advantage, having passed through losses.
See, now all of you would have thought, well, I don't know about exchange traded funds.
Yep.
Did we even need to know that?
Yep. No, you didn't.
No.
It was all vibey.
It's just a vibe.
But if you didn't know that liquidity means like, the ability to sell things, I would write that down. You need to associate liquidity as to like being able to sell stuff off, right? Why do you think mattress firms have like, liquidity sales, right?
They have liquidation sales. Everything must go.
That same that furniture store on the corners always got the liquidity or the liquidation sale,
Yeah,
right?
they're always going on.
They're always moving, but yet they've been there for 20 years.
It means somebody asked the question, just pass through of losses. Does that mean passing the losses off? Exactly. It
Yep.
means that if whatever I'm invested in loses, that means I also lose. Now, if you were ultra wealthy, there are times that you want that loss because that becomes a tax write-off. So it's not always bad, but in this situation, read the room, bad. Right.
Right.
I didn't mean to say it like I hope that wasn't mean, but like the vibe check thing, right? It was
Yeah, the
worst
other
on
things
list.
seem much more positive.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I mean. Like it's a vibe. It's a vibe in this particular question. Sorry.
D, an individual account with transfer on death, TOD, and full power of attorney for Brent. Oh, poor Brent. A joint tenants with rights of survivorship, TWROS, account with Brent. An individual account with transfer on death and limited power of attorney for Brent. A joint with tenants in common with Brent. So this is a map it out to me, but
Dude, this question, it's a little lengthy. So I don't mind helping on this one.
you've been
But the thing about this particular question that I liked was that you don't need to know anything about securities content.
Okay, I'm going with that. So Diana put in there. She saw joint and individual. So it's either joint or individual, together or a solo, right?
Right. So okay, but B and
And
D.
you guys didn't know that joint meant like a partnership. You guys need to stop smoking weed.
Okay, so let's look at B and D, right? Because she put in the chat B and D are opposite, right? Limited versus full, right? Limited versus full. We can pretty much know what those words mean, right? Limited, not everything. Full, everything.
Si se puede.
Now, did anybody notice the transfer on death?
I did notice that because I read it.
Yeah. That's what makes this particular question gonna click when we see this.
Right.
Okay. Because it's not just an individual account, it's a transfer on death account. Okay, ready? I'll tell you when to stop.
Is it going to be one of those where you yell at me?
No.
Oh, your client, Maria Stevens, is a widow in her mid 70s. Her only son, Brent, is 40 and lives with her. She would like Brent to be able to manage her account
Okay, keep going.
for her, but not have access to withdraw funds from her account.
Okay, keep going.
However, when she dies, she would like all of her account to go to Brent because he is her only living relative. What type of account and what features should she set up?
So, somebody put it in the chat already. B, limited.
Limited. Yep, there you go, Eric. Yeah, look at all the studiers that study after or right before the brew. They're getting it. Limited. Those are the key words right there. Limited, limited, limited. You cannot have full access. You're limited to what you can do.
Do you guys see that? Do you guys see this link? Boom. Boom.
Keep
this
it
simple. This I don't normally pull this long of a question for Andy to read, but I was like, this could be so overwhelming until you just look at the words.
Do you know what I've learned on being on 966 episodes minus a few? Do you know how I read the question? That helps sometimes. If you guys are reading stuff like a run-on sentence and just getting through the words, a lot of times you miss out on the keywords.
Yeah.
Break it up into a cadence.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Have some rhythm in that reading.
All right, one more and we're done.
Even if you don't have rhythm, it's all right.
Create it.
Yes.
Make
and
your own.
yeah. And An ETP is an ineligible investment for retail customers and may not be purchased on margin. The value of an ETP is derived from other investment instruments and it trades on a national securities exchange. An ETP is marginable but may not be sold short. The value of an ETP is derived by formula disclosed in the prospectus and it traded on an exchange only after normal traded hours and you cannot feed it after midnight and don't expose it to water. Oh, sorry. That was a little much. That's gremlins. Sorry, guys. It sounds very specific. Like there's like that's like a instruction right there, right?
Right.
I'm reading it. Is there anything else I should not do?
Right.
I can do. BD kind of op, marginal versus non-margin.
I didn't even notice that. You want to know why I didn't notice that?
Because you weren't going that deep.
Because D has that extra ineligible thing. So whereas B says is marginable and D says cannot be purchased on margin, you have this little extras. But the value of an ETP is derived.
Hey, and if you're like, I don't know what an ETP is,
I'll show you. You ready?
Which of the following characteristics are typical of an exchange traded product?
Can you say those last 3 words again?
Exchange traded product.
What does D say at the end?
D?
Yeah. I'm sorry, C. The last 3 words.
National Securities Exchange. Exchange. See, exchange. Where do you exchange? Dude, do you know what helps? I just called you all dude. My California accent's coming up. Exchange is like trading, right? Don't you have to have things to trade? Don't you have to have a product to trade? You can't just show up with imaginary ideas and say, we're going to trade. No, you have to have a product, right? There, doesn't it make sense? You have to have an exchange and don't have to think that hard.
No. There you go.
Guys, those are, see, A is a landmine. B is a land. Guys, don't overthink it. If you were thinking on margin and not margin and all that stuff, guess what? Too much thought. Too much thought. If you were getting overwhelmed by some of it and you were like, man, I really need to go read the book, too much thought. Too much thought. You weren't paying attention to what we were looking at. Too much thought. If you're getting stuck on a word because you were like, I don't know what that word means, probably too much thought. The words we pointed out today are very simplistic. Very simplistic, right? Doesn't take that much to see what they're trying to say.
And sometimes you don't even need to know the meaning of the word simply because the words are the same. Price, exchange.
That's it, everybody. So keep it simple while you work these quizzes. That's the key words. Go through your quizzes. Look for keywords. Stop trying to master QBank questions. Stop trying to like master, I want to know why they said it that way. How did that answer? Guys, that's the wrong thing to be looking at. Look for the key words.
Doesn't help. The why doesn't.
The exam is the exact same way. They fool you. They trick you. They write things out weird. They don't say things directly. It gets all wishy-washy in your brain. And then it gets you all turned around like you're playing, you know, what was that? In the Tail on the Donkey. And you just like, I guess it's A, right? You get so confused. Well, I'm hoping, I don't know. Anyways, all right, everybody. Thank you so much. We're going to start the Kona Academy day 1 tomorrow. No Studying Brew tomorrow night. So we will pick up test taking techniques Tuesday on Wednesday. We'll have the Studying Brew on Wednesday because we are not having the Studying Brew tomorrow night. Remember that. So Wednesday we will be back. We'll be on live on Wednesday for test taking techniques Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Look for those emails and reminders, members, so that way you guys get into those sessions. Until then, everybody stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Practice the Kona catchphrase in your quizzes today and tomorrow. We will see you guys on the brew tomorrow night and members tomorrow day. Thank you guys. Have a great one.